wow. Manchester United just beat Manchester City. I want to give you my honest and my legit reaction to this because I have been watching RUBEM Amorim at Sporting Lisbon for the past 2 to 3 years since he's been there. I'm a Benfica fan. I was sick of being annoyed by this guy because this 5-back over the top off the 5-back, aka 3-back going forward, over the tops, over the back, from the back to the front, were really hard to break and really hard to beat and really hard for my Benfica to cook. And he's no longer at Benfica. And I mean, no longer at Sporting. And Sporting's not really doing those over the top balls as much as they once did. But I'm watching Manchester United game, and now they're doing it. And I understand that this is just RUBEM Amorim ball, but we got to start back in the beginning because, lads, there is so much that needs to be talked about. I first want to tell you this crazy stat if you guys don't know. Since 1992, no manager that's making their debut against Man City, right, has won the first game. Let me break it down. We got David Moyes lost 4-1. We got Van Gaal lost 1-0. Mourinho lost 2-1. Ali lost 2-1. Ralph lost 4-1. Ten Hag lost 6-3. And RUBEM Amorim won 2-1. He is the first manager out of all of those names I said, Mourinho, Van Gaal, the only one to win since Alex Ferguson. Now let's break down a few things. This is one of the most struggling City teams we've ever seen under Pep Guardiola. It's facts, okay? They're struggling. They're making mistakes they don't make. They're not playing well. Everything is kind of wrong at City. But here's the big deal. This is where RUBEM Amorim has made a big deal at Manchester United. You know those games that Manchester United's supposed to win? Maybe not this one's supposed to win, but you know the ones that you're supposed to take advantage of a team struggling, take advantage of a team that's messing up a lot. Man United used to be the team that a team would get their form back against. Let's be real. Let's keep it honest, okay? A big game and a Liverpool or an Arsenal or somebody would usually get their form back against Manchester United because Manchester United would put together a bad game plan, go out there, lose or something, or lose by a lot, and now all of a sudden you gave a team confidence again. That's usually what was taking place. But what happened now was this. Manchester United walked into that stadium still knowing that City's a better team, even though they've been struggling. They were losing the whole time, never gave up, and in 10 minutes completely flipped the game and stole 3 points from Man City. Now all the confidence is back on United's side. And RUBEM Amorim does it by dropping 2 of his big stars. That's crazy. To go to City and drop Marcus Rashford and to drop Garnacho when they're a healthy scratch. If you don't know what that means, let me explain. It means when you don't even take a player as a bench player, and they're healthy. They're not there. They're not called a healthy scratch, bro. You are not going, bro. You are not playing with us. And the craziest thing is, I don't know how much we're going to put this together because, you know, all of a sudden fans become, you know, FBI agents and stuff like that when things are happening. But for the first time in a very long time, Manchester United's starting 11 does not get leaked 24 hours before, okay? They're having the same problem that EA Sports are having with their game, okay? Everything is getting leaked every day before it actually comes out. Manchester United's team was getting leaked 24 hours before. Was it Marcus Rashford doing it? Was it Garnacho doing it? Was it some Garnacho's friend doing it? Was it Rashford? I'm not going to blame no player. And also, I saw RUBEM Amorim said something that said he watches everything, which means something somewhere is taking place, whether in that locker room, in the training field, in the cafeteria where they eat, somewhere, someplace is happening that RUBEM Amorim's not liking with them. And he had the balls to make a decision to drop 2 of their youngest bright stars, all right? And I've been saying this for years. I love Marcus Rashford, but I think his time at United might be up. Not because he's a bad player, you don't deserve to be there. No, nothing like that. But sometimes you've just been somewhere for too long and the locker room needs to break up. The locker room needs to be cleaned out. And right now, I feel like Manchester United is in a stage where cleaning out the locker room is a good thing, okay? Here's the difference. Ten Hag would have came out and said that Garnacho and Marcus Rashford owe me an apology. We need an apology. We need an apology from these players. They're going to go train by themselves in the corner. Instead, Ruben Amorim comes out, says, I watch everything. They're not coming. That's it. Don't make it a more public thing that needs to be. That's all. No one really knows why they got dropped. No one understands why. And that's all it needs to be. That's what football is. You don't need to know everything that's going on inside those boys' locker room. That's between them. That's between their families. That's between what's happening in that locker room. It's their locker room. None of us, me and you, can sit down right now and talk about what's going on in Pep Guardiola's locker room. None of us can have that conversation. Go, oh, this is what's happening with them. Oh, it's Rodri. We don't know what the heck is going on in that locker room. Okay, so none of us can really bring. All we could do is make little guesses here and there. But Ruben Amorim didn't like something. He dropped 2 of them. They get a huge win. Now, let's go back to the game plan and talk about this again. All right. The pass from Martinez to Ahmed to win the game is exactly what used to annoy me at Benfica. And people in the Premier League, you guys are gonna understand it very quickly and start to see it very fast. It's Ruben Amorim ball, man. They defend very well, pretty organized in this 5-back, 3-back thing. And then the center backs, which used to be Inacio, would play a crazy over-the-top ball. If you watch my videos back, I told you that I thought that Ruben Amorim would bring Inacio with him to Manchester United because Inacio's buyout clause is like 40 or 50 million. It's not high. And he's a young center back, young Portuguese center back. I thought Ruben Amorim in January would buy Inacio because Inacio plays this crazy, great over-the-top ball from the back to the front. Crazy over-the-top ball into Gyökeres. Gyökeres would take off running and hit the back of the net. Or he would do the same thing to Paul. Okay, that ball is so important in Ruben Amorim's ball. In the way they build up, in the way they play. It's a crazy, crazy play that they do very consistently. They usually play small passes, and all of a sudden they'll hit you with an over the top, and you have no idea what to do. And I really thought with the way Ruben plays, that Garnacho and even Marcus Rashford was really, really going to stand out because of their speed with the ball from the back to the front. I thought they would really, really stand out in this like system, but it's not really happening due to whatever other reason. So at the end of the day, that ball is absolutely insane. And as Manchester United builds and builds and builds, you're going to see it more and more and more. Now let's take a step back, okay? To all United fans, you beat City, huge win, congratulations, massive W. The facts of this, still a long way to go. This is nothing. If you watch the other games in Europa League and other games here and there, you know they have their struggles. But they're slowly getting W's. They're slowly playing better on the field. They're slowly getting results. And the truth is this, today's result, hecka lucky, right? A mistake from a City player. All of a sudden they tie, boom, then they win. And at the end of the day, you got to take your chances, right? And they did that. I don't think anybody really expected the game to end 2-1 once it got to like the 80th minute, but that's the way it is, man. You know what I mean? And they did what they had to do. They got their 3 points. They walk out of there with a huge, huge dub and some really big confidence. And at the end of the day, that might have swung them up. I want to find out where that put them. That put them up to they're still in 12th place. They are in 12th place with 22 points. But I want you to understand that 22 points, if they win one more game, they're all of a sudden top 6, right? If they win one more game, because Aston Villa has 16 games played, 25 points. Man United has 16 games, 22 points. So if they win one more game and Aston Villa slips up, they can jump all the way. You understand? So it's not like a huge gap. So it's very, very interesting to see what's going to happen with this Manchester United. Coming up, they have a huge game in the EFL against Spurs. And they got Wolves, Newcastle, Liverpool, Arsenal, FA Cup. They got some big matches coming up. So we're going to see how this all takes place. But I'll be honest with y'all, lads. It was a massive, massive result for Ruben Amorim today. Because, again, dude, they lost to Arsenal. They lost to Forest. So to be able to beat City in what is a big game, it's important for Ruben Amorim and important for those boys, man. So I'm very, 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 very excited to see where this goes. Let's jump ships real quick and talk about Pep Guardiola. I don't know. I want to say something and I want to act like I know what I'm saying. I want to act like your skills got bone knowledge. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't think it's just them missing Rodri. City played a lot of years without Rodri. I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand. They can't get Haaland involved as much as he used to be. I don't know. I honestly, I don't know, man. I don't know if they just need to. I don't know if this year is just to hit the reset button for them in a way. Like next year they'll be back hella strong. The players are amazing still. Coach is world class, one of the best we ever seen. Um, I just don't get it. I don't understand how they continuously. They did the same thing in the Champions League. They were winning and they lost it. I don't understand what's going on. It's like low key, like the players. I don't know, man. It's like the players are just their heads are gone. So I don't know if something happened in that locker room, not against Pep Guardiola, but I don't know if like something happened like personally to those players or something's happening behind closed doors where they're just not happy and the morale's low. I'm not sure, but stupid mistakes that we usually never see City make. And usually when they used to make those mistakes, they could still overcome them because they were so good. But nowadays they're getting, when they make a mistake, there is no overcoming it for Man City. So I am very baffled by what's going on at Man City. I'm like very, very baffled. I'm shocked. I'm baffled. I don't really get it. I don't really understand it. I will tell you one thing. We've been seeing lately a little bit more of a cockier side from Pep Guardiola. And I don't think he really used to have that, but I'm starting to see a lot of like things Mourinho would do. Like for example, like putting up the fingers of how much you beat a team and how many championships you have and certain things he's saying in press conferences. You're starting to see a little bit of that, like things are going bad. So he's putting out that ego a little bit. Which is kind of interesting because Mourinho used to get a lot of hate for that. But at the end of the day, man, I hope they get it together. I think a lot of football fans are pretty happy with it because that team has dominated for so long. But I think they will be back. I just can't put my finger on what's wrong with them. I thought it was Ruben Diaz. Maybe it's Rodri, but is one player causing that much problems? I can't even. I don't know. I'm legitimately shocked. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, and let me know what you think about Ruben Amorim's so far on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm gonna put, I think, a 7.5, because he's trying to fix the locker room. The leaks didn't come out today. He's trying to fix players here and there. Results are okay. They're not playing great football, but they're slowly, looking like they're building to something. That's the one thing I said about Ruben. Like, he's not going to win a ton of games in the beginning, but I think you're going to see an idea of what they want to do. And I definitely think you're seeing that idea on the field. So let me know what you guys think. I'm going to say like a 7.5 for the beginning. He's doing okay. I wouldn't say he's doing great because he's lost games, but he's doing all right, man. He's doing all right.